here that I want to briefly talk about here is the Rams versus Panthers previews. Yes, this is a game the Rams need to win. And being below 500 at this point in the season, the Rams do not have the luxury of taking any team for granted. Any given Sunday is a real thing. We've seen that before. I still remember the stupid loss to the Jets a couple of years ago. And the Rams very much need to take this game serious. I don't think that Coach Sean McVay or the players are writing off the Panthers. The Panthers just fired their head coach. They're going to be a team playing desperate. They have a lot of players that want to prove themselves. And we are just going to take a brief overview of a couple things leading up to this game to help us be better informed fans. So again, I always enjoy going to the ESPN game summaries before the game. This is how I do my previews. In the ESPN matchup predictor, 78.1 said that the Rams are going to win. They compare the quarterbacks, but we know Baker Mayfield is going to miss multiple weeks. So they're going to have XFL standout star PJ Walker as starting this game. So he is a quarterback that can beat you with his feet and with his legs. If you watch the XFL like I did, he was definitely the best player to watch. He was a lot of fun. They compare Cooper Kupp to Robbie Anderson, which there's not much of a comparison there, as you can see, 13 receptions to 49 receptions. On the injury report, Baker Mayfield, it says on this he's questionable, but all reports I've read is he's out. They have some C.J. Henderson and J.C. Horn questionable in the secondary. We know Sam Darnold is on the injured reserve, and also Laviska Shenault questionable as well at the receiver position. For the Rams, Taylor Rapp seems to always be questionable at the safety position this season. Unfortunately, David Edwards is on the injured reserve. Brian Allen has been ruled out, but we have heard some optimism of him, maybe being able to return after the bye week. Cooper Kupp questionable, but I don't think we're too worried about that. And Higbee also questionable there as well. The spread, the Rams are the 10.5 favorite. And then the over-under is 41 points on this game. The Rams have not been meeting that. We've struggled to score. So hopefully they put up a 40 burger and it's 40-0. That's the hope. As you can see, team stats, the Panthers actually score more points per game than the Rams do, which that's concerning. Points allowed per game, they're pretty close. The Panthers 24.4, Rams 23.2. So something to look out for. Total yards, the Rams clearly gaining significantly more yards than the Panthers. And then yards, the other one I want to look at, or we will point this out, the Panthers are 89.8 in rushing yards per game. The Rams are only 62.4, which is abysmal. Passing yards allowed, pretty similar there. Then rushing yards allowed, the Rams do have a significantly better run defense there. So interesting. If we look at the weather here, it's in Inglewood, 73 degrees. Looking forward to that there. And then one last thing I want to share before we can get back to your comments here is if we go to, where did that go? So many things. Oh, yeah. Another article by the Rams Wire here. 8 stats and facts to know for the Rams versus Panthers in Week 6 by Cameron DeSilva. And I won't read through the whole article, but just a couple of headline facts. So first time since 2016, the Rams have scored fewer than 20 points in back-to-back games. So let's not make it 3 in a row. Rams rank last in yards per play. That is just unacceptable for this Rams team. They're too talented for that. Really hope this is a game that they can at least get in the top 30. No one runs the ball less than the Rams and Panthers. That's not a huge surprise for the Rams, but it was a surprise hearing that about the Panthers, considering they have Christian McCaffrey and he is healthy. Panthers have the fewest yards of any team. So this is a Panthers team that has struggled to move the ball. I think with PJ Walker, he might be able to pick up some first downs, and this also goes into the Panthers are currently the worst third down team in the league. I don't expect them to be much better, but I do think having a mobile quarterback with PJ Walker might help them improve their third down conversion a little bit on Sunday. Panthers will have an interim coach and backup QB on Sunday. So again, with Matt Rule being fired on Monday, we know that their interim head coach Steve Wiltz is there, and that there is something to be said about you don't know what their game plan is going to be like, and so there is a little bit of a mystery with that. Rams ranked 4th in red zone defense. That is definitely something that can be celebrated, and I'm hoping that the Rams, if there's ever a game the Rams could shut out an opponent, this might be the game that they did that. And I think a large portion of that would be because of our red zone defense being able to just shut down this Panthers offense, hopefully. The Panthers do lead the all-time series 13-9. This will be the 23rd meeting between the Rams and the Panthers, the first since 2019 when they met in the season opener. The Rams won the last matchup 30-27, but had lost the previous 2 meetings. So those are some fun facts. Thanks, Cameron DeSilva, for another great article on the Rams Wire. And my prediction for this game, I think that this is a game that is going to be a get-right game for the Rams. I hope it is. I think that the Rams will be able to get ahead early, put this game away early, and hopefully get just – I'm hoping this is the turning point in the Rams offense this season, that they can get right and really gain some rushing yards, set up the play action. We know that this offense, when it has the play action that can throw defenses off guard, because we get to use our jet sweeps more, we get to use our when we put a receiver in motion, and the play action just helps the passing game out all the better. So I think the Rams are going to win this. I think it's not going to be close. I am predicting a 41-13 win for the Rams. That is my prediction there. So let me get to your comments before I get to the next segment here. So let me see here. We got